It's giving we are leaving. Oh my gosh, y'all.
Speak into existence. Oh.
I told myself, well, I can only wait till I get there if this will be a good thing or a bad thing, but it's definitely something that I'm really excited about. I never would have expected me to go to an HBCU school, and I'm seriously so excited. Like, Lincoln University is where it's at. It's so much nerves, but it's also so much excitement at the same time. Like, move-in day, it's just really happening. Got all my stuff packed in here. I always feel like I say I have so much to talk to you guys about, but like, no, actually I literally have so much to talk to you guys about. I'm leaving school. I definitely feel like this is just so crazy. Let me turn off my fan. You probably cannot hear me. And let me actually sit down. I really did not see this coming for myself, but I feel like the way that I've been feeling at this school is just so uncalled for. There has been stuff that like has been going on, and I just didn't really say much about it because I was just like, I feel like this is just too much for the internet. I don't want to like sway people's opinions away from being at this school, but I feel like it will shed some light. Being like a young adult, there's just gonna be decisions in your life that you have to make. It's kind of like hard because like sometimes I'm like 50-50. I'm just like, dang, like maybe I should stay because I literally only have one more year. But like the way that I just felt the other day, I just was like, okay, like this is not okay. Like I'm feeling a lot of emotions. Like it's just like bittersweet, but I just really thank God because I know that like everything is gonna be okay in my life. I know someone out there understands what I'm going through, or like done this before. Like it's not anything new, but I feel like I'm just so dramatic. I feel like I'm also like just excited about my decision and just where my life will go from here. Nobody really could have told me what to do, and I just feel like it definitely shows some maturity within myself, because usually when I'm making a decision about something, like obviously you're gonna talk to your family and talk to God and pray about it, but like it's like, wow, this was a decision I had to really make on my own. Further down the road, it's like I can't look back. I can only look forward and just trust in God for the next chapter and whatever happens in my life. Like I don't know. First of all, I just want to give a little disclaimer, okay? It's not to bash this school at all. I really just want to tell y'all my experience going there. I'm going to be talking about drugs, mental health, suicide. I also just want to say like mental health really is real. A lot of people maybe don't take their serious, and a lot of people don't seek the help that they should get to it, but mental health really is real. If any of that triggers you guys, you do not have to watch this video. You can click off. I really was excited to go to this school. If you guys have been keeping up with me, I have made videos about this school. I'm thinking I'm about to have literally this great experience, okay? I never really had a lot of experience leaving this small town, so like going to this school was a big deal for me, y'all. It's because it was an HBCU. Like in my hometown, you don't hear about HBCUs. Like it's like you go to the schools around you, like it's always PWI. So like being like, wow, like what, an HBCU, like that's gonna be exciting. Like being around, you know, my fellow black people, like, you know, the culture, like just everything. Like I really was excited, and it makes me upset that I didn't get the experience that I should have had. Before getting to Lincoln, I'm gonna say the things that were annoying that I wish that could have been done differently. This school takes its time to get back with you. I mean, yes, I am someone that does procrastinate, but I feel like usually when you go to universities and stuff, like they have that person. I mean, it might be like a robot thing, but like they have someone to like actually text your number. This school did not do that. Like the communication was just not it. You calling the school, nobody really picking up. Like why isn't the school answering? Like are just the emails and everything taking a long process. And I feel like, you know, the people that they have worked there, nobody really knows the answer. Like you try to get to somebody and it's just like, I don't know. Why don't nobody know anything? I don't know myself, so I'm calling y'all because I need the help. False advertisement to the max. And I know every school does this. No, what y'all didn't tell me was like we're really in the middle of nowhere. Like it really takes a drive to like legit go everywhere. And the location of the school, that school is in the middle of nowhere, and it does make me sad that like there's only 2 HBCUs in like PA, and they're in the middle of nowhere. It's Amish city over there. It's literally nothing out there. Like, and if there is something, is Philly, Delaware, all that, but that's a whole drive. If you don't have a car on that campus, you're going to actually be bored. How expensive the school is, and just like financial aid, also like that taking forever. And I'm not the only one, because there's people that even I have met recently. There's literally someone that I'm talking to, and this guy is like, they are actually taking a long time to get back to me. Like, I'm calling them, and they're not responding, or they send me to somewhere else, or I leave a message. Like, the communication really does suck. I don't like how expensive like it is to go to an HBCU. Like, literally to go to that school is so more expensive just to go to like a school 30-40 minutes, or even right by my house. Like, it's just given like, why is it so expensive to be at an HBCU? And also, I did not like that you were not able to see your dorm room literally until you get there. That's when you see your dorm room, is when you get there. Lincoln is not a school that is really known. Like, I promise, at least in my town, I feel like nobody really just knows about this school. There really isn't a lot of information, like TikTok videos and stuff. Like, other schools and stuff, I can look it up, and at least I will get a hint of what it's gonna be about. Like, and there's gonna be stuff. Like, Lincoln, there really is not really nothing. Because I remember when I went to visit the school the first year around, and I knew that I was going to be in McCully Hall, they won't let you see the dorm room. I believe that they do that because them dorm rooms are really old. That school isn't like an updated school the way that other schools are, so you really do have to make best of what you got. Yeah, they show you that little mock room, but the mock rooms that they showed, it's like, you know, it's reasonable. It's like, okay, I have an associate's degree. That means that I can go to a university, and depending on the major that I have, it knocks off 2 years. But when I was coming to Lincoln, I did not like how they still looked at me as a freshman. Like, I was just being treated as a freshman, even though I wasn't. I was a junior. And that's why I had moved in early, which, looking back and going back, I wouldn't have done that. I would not have went to freshman week, because freshman week really showed me like, yeah, like, this is just, no, this is not it. And I wish that I wasn't put in with a freshman. And I'm not saying it's all the freshmen, y'all. Like, if you know what I'm trying to say, like, if you're just at a place where you just want to be mature, clearly, you know, new freshmen coming in, people that are freshly graduated, it's a hit or miss. I was alone at this school. I did not know a single soul. I don't know how people be linking up and how they already be finding their groups, because y'all, I wasn't finding those people. Okay, everything I was just going into so blindly about. And I feel like before you go to a school, you need to make sure you know a lot of information. I just felt really lost and behind. I'm just like, bro, like, how's everyone already friends and stuff? Like, I'm over here struggling, literally struggling, y'all. And I'm not a person that like struggles. I have an outgoing personality. I love meeting new people. So me not making friends, not even vibing really with the roommate that I had, was just like, what is actually going on? It was just giving, why do I feel alone? Like, why, when I got there, everything I was already feeling at home just made it worse. The anxiety, the depression, the comparison. I was never used to like living with somebody and everything like that. Like, I still just had growing to do, y'all, and still figuring myself out, which, like, that's life. Everyone still is. But the roommate that you have is really important. And the roommate that I had, at first I thought we were going to be like a good mix. You don't know who people are until you truly live with them. I feel like the girl that I was just roommates with, I feel like she just played me. I feel like she just shown this whole other side, and that wasn't her. It was new for the both of us, y'all. I want y'all to keep that in mind. It was new for all of us, okay? We all experienced an experience. So it wasn't that communication, and she also was not from the United States, so I used to think maybe that is why she could be acting the way that she does. I feel like we was on two very different levels. You know, she was fresh out of high school. I just took a gap year. I'm trying to really get my life together, focus on myself. She, you know, want to experience, but she just was inconsiderate of how I felt in our living space, and that dorm was so small. Things just started to get really annoying. She was annoying me. I know I was annoying her. She just really had a disrespectful mouth, which I just did not like at all. I didn't stick up for myself, and you know, you should definitely do that. You know, when you get your roommate, stick up for yourself, okay? Set those boundaries, because I did not do that at all. It was around October. I was literally about to get into a fight with my roommate, and I remember I actually like made a TikTok about that, because that was actually so much. Like, we had gotten to a point where we weren't comfortable with each other. And then again, they do room switches there, but I think I was like just trying to make it work, just trying to really thug it out, because again, like trying to just, you know, you're already moving into a room, and I just had the mindset of like, I'm not moving first. Homegirl was really annoying me, and thinking back, there's a lot of things. That's to the point where this girl made me. She got me to a point, y'all, where I actually got mad. I actually wanted to be violent. But in the midst of all this happening, I feel like the way that this school handled it wasn't good. Before that whole incident between me and my roommate, I went to my CA. I was going to the people that are supposed to help. They just were not doing enough, because it was so traumatic for me. I had to have my dad come and get me. When I'm arguing with somebody, like, no, it was no we cooling. Like, I could not sleep with that girl, because I was like, no. If I end up staying in this room with her, like, either way we're gonna fight. So I feel like after that situation, what the school should have done, they should have removed us then and there. And I think I had went home for like a good week or so. I literally went all the way home. Literally left campus because y'all thought it was a good idea. That after these two girls just argued that y'all wasn't gonna do nothing. After that incident happened and stuff, and that's when finally the CAs, AC, all that, they got involved. They was like, listen, y'all two finna move out this dorm. We think it's best that y'all both just move out. So either way, we both took that L, because we both had to move out the dorm. And the dorm hall they had me move into, bro, it was so far away from the dorm hall I was already in, and like, it was just really giving lonely. I was so annoyed, y'all. I was already depressed. It was so much. I had to move all my stuff out. And shout out to that one guy that helped me. It was just me and him, and we was moving it back and forth, moving it back and forth. So then I had a second roommate. Before I continue about my other roommates, because in total, y'all, I had 3 roommates. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I had 3 roommates. And I just feel like 3 roommates in your first semester of college is actually too much. When I came to this school also, that made my boredom real bad. I was smoking more. I was entertaining things I shouldn't have been entertaining. I would actually meet guys because I was that bored, and these guys just did not respect me, because you know guys just be wanting one thing. So like, I was just really going down a path, y'all, and that was like really sad looking at that. It got to that point where I was just giving myself away to these men that just didn't care, and really taking a risk, because anything really could have happened. So God is good, and the really real reason why I'm still here today. It was just all too much. It was the guys. It was me going down a path. I wasn't looking towards God. The devil was really just truly working. But you know, the whole roommate situation and me about to get into a fight with that girl and me having to move out, like, bro, I literally was just so frustrated. I definitely was just getting depressed in my dorm. Used to just have thoughts of like, God, like, what's really my purpose of being here? And like, just maybe it's just better if I'm just gone, because then back at home, like, I'm looking like it seems like everyone's just living good without me. And mind you, y'all, like, mind you, oh my gosh, it's like all coming back. This was all in a span like when my grandma had passed away. So it was just so much. So it was just one thing on top of the other. But one of the main thoughts that I had when I was there, it would be better for me to be dead. Like, at this point, this is a lot of work. If this is supposed to be my first year of college, I'm supposed to be having the best experience. But I'm over here getting in a fight with the roommate. I'm over here depressed. I'm over here with no friends. You know, I'm starting smoking again. Just smoking every day, because it was better to just smoke and be high than to be sober and to just actually have to deal with being in that environment. And mind you, y'all, I'm like, again, I already struggled with boredom, but like, it's like the boredom just got worse being at the school, because that's how boring it was. I went back though, you know, I said, no, I gotta go back to the school. I gotta finish strong. Your girl gotta move into a new dorm, and I'm literally just so tired. I'm like at the point where it's like, I just feel so numb. It's like everything is gonna just like, God is still good. I'm getting through it today. I don't really want to be here. I can't really explain it. I haven't got the words. That's how I feel right now. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna organize it, because I have a lot of stuff from the old one. My family wasn't able to come. So yeah, y'all, I'm like really going through a lot mentally, but we still surviving. We're still surviving. Now we in the second dorm. I wasn't in that room too long with that girl. Again, with this one, you know, they're obviously just going to give you a random roommate. The reason why I had switched with her, because I actually just felt like we don't do the same thing, and I want to be comfortable for the remaining of my time. So that's why I ended up having 3 roommates and switched to my 3rd one. Basically what I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, you gotta forgive people and give it to God. But the way people grow up is just so different, and like I just feel like I'm just a considerate person. Like, I think before I did the things that I do, just consider it. And I just don't think these girls, they weren't just as considerate as me. When I was trying to communicate with them, they took it the wrong way. I was trying, y'all, but you know, girls are also gonna be girls. Some girls are just gonna be petty. It ended off a better semester, the spring semester, than it did the fall of last year. Also, y'all, when I moved into with the 3rd roommate, I did not have to switch buildings, so I thank God I did not have to do that, and I was still on the same floor. I really wanted to carry this 2nd year out, and I really was trying to get myself excited, but I know deep down I didn't want to really go back. I just feel like I had to prove something to myself and push myself to go back. One of the good things, I knew it was only God that did this, was the roommate that I was supposed to have coming into the 2nd year. She actually was like, wait a minute, we ain't finna be roommates because I finna move in with my sister. And I was like, cool. I did not have a roommate, y'all. Like, and I was like, I know me and the girl, we would have got along together, but then again, y'all, I know I'm just a person, I need my own space. Like, I realized that about me. Like, I just need my own space. I need to have my own room. And so I was blessed with my own room, y'all. Having my own room didn't even make me even want to stay even more. Like, that, it was just like, you know what, it's like I have my own room, but like still, like, the environment is not giving. So after my class on a Thursday, I started to like disassociate, and I'm using that lightly because I looked up the word disassociation and it's like a lot of other stuff, but like basically, y'all, my body, it was a weird feeling because I never felt that way before being there at that school. Like, yeah, I was depressed and stuff the last semester, but that was a real concerning feeling, and a thought I had in my head at that time, and this what made my decision of wanting to leave this school. It's just like, I do the same thing here. I'm trying to force myself to be here. I'm trying to force myself to like the school. I'm trying to force myself to like the environment, and in all reality, I just don't. So I was disassociating. I'm just like, I don't want to be here. It feels like I'm just stuck. I can't go anywhere. You see the same faces because it's a small campus. I got into my dorm and I just literally started bawling, and I haven't had a breakdown like that in a long time. I was bawling to the point I was hyperventilating too. And mind you, the final straw really was because I had a mini beehive in that room. When I first moved into this room, why was there a mini beehive? But I didn't see it until my mom left. Do y'all see that? Yo, I know y'all see it. I took a nap because after my class, I literally was crying because like I was disassociation, because I was like, I'm literally just faking it right now. I'm faking me being here. Like, I'm just faking it. Like, anyways, besides that, I was crying, all that. So I went to sleep to try to feel better. And God is good because he woke me up just in time to see this bee. Bro, so then there was a bee, literally. Like, it's coming back for that. Like, and I had to kill it. And if I wasn't already not feeling it, that was just my sign that maybe I just need to withdraw and go home. Like, why is there a beehive in here, bro? Y'all, like, I don't know what it was. Like, my body just felt so empty, and I was just like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I could just be at this school, just pretend. Bro, I don't know. Like, but like seeing that bee just buzzing, that was literally my last straw. That was my, like, y'all, because what? And so when I had asked for help, I feel like the help at that school really don't be there. The person that was supposed to get the beehive did not even get it out. All this man did was spray it with some bug spray twice. He said he was going to be back. I was just like, no, this is not giving. Like, it's not giving. Like, and so at that moment, I knew I was not going to force myself to stay. Even though I have one more year at this school, yes, I can easily thug it out. I knew that I could not be here and do the same thing. Being at that school just made me feel like I was the problem. But when I had met my friend, shout out to Tamia, I knew I wasn't the problem, because Tamia was saying everything that I was feeling the first time I came there, she was saying the same thing as me. It's something in the air at this school. Like, I'm starting to feel anxiety because I feel like I'm the problem, and I was not the problem. Like, the problem is the school, the problem is the environment. But it was making me feel like I was going crazy, and I'm like, nah, like, I'm not about to be feeling this way this year. It's my senior year. I plan to have a good senior year, but I knew I wasn't gonna have a good senior year there. And that was the moment. I couldn't really picture myself graduating anyway. I just couldn't picture myself being there long enough. I gotta do what's best for me. You just have to do what's best for you. Like, seriously, if something isn't making you feel comfortable, you don't have to force yourself to stay. And that's basically the stuff that I had to tell myself, and nobody can make the decision for me. I was not enjoying it. I'm not about to waste my time here and then pay all that money back. So why would I be at a school that I didn't actually enjoy in the first place? Yeah, no, that was that. Everything about this school just takes extra long. Like, even the whole withdrawing process, like, I had to go to this lady to go to this lady. The lady wasn't in that office. I had to email her. She's taken a long time to email me back, and I just feel like she was a little bit rude about it. Like, I just didn't like the way that I was being approached. Like, I feel like if a student is withdrawing, you guys should be more considerate. I just felt like they was just like low-key being rude, and I didn't know how the withdrawing process went, so I'm like actually trying to ask them, like, okay, like, you know, like what do I gotta do? Like, I could just leave, and like basically they was just like, we're not holding you hostage. Like, yeah, you can leave whenever you want to. Like, they was just mad. Like, I don't know, it was just weird. Like, it was just weird. So that was already turning me off. But once I got the okay, I said, you know what, you let me take my black stuff out of here. So that's basically what happened, y'all. That's really what it was giving. It wasn't giving at all. This school for me just was not giving. I'm gonna talk about the pros and the cons because, again, everything happens for a reason. You win some, you lose some, and this was just an L for me, but also it was kind of a win. So it was a little bit of both. But I could not take it being there, y'all. Like, I was calling my family every day, just like telling them, like, and yeah, when I went the second time, I just did not feel real. Like, it just felt like routine. It just felt like doing the same thing every day. It felt like a robot. And it's like, no, I could be at home stacking up my money, applying for a different school. Let me start with the cons. I don't like the location of the school. It is very much in the middle of nowhere. I don't like how the dorms are very not modern. Not modern at all. Very much given, we gonna hold these up here until they fall down. You know, you really have to just make do for what you got. I know this is probably every school, but I don't like specifically for this school, if you're not in a sport, if you're not in those big organizations and the politics, or I just feel like the school's not gonna pay you any mind. Like, if you want to be paid mind, you gotta be very much involved. Like, you gotta really make that name for yourself. It's just so much more effort. I did not like the false advertisement. They have vultures. I don't even know where these vultures come from, y'all, but the vultures there is crazy. Since it is an Amish city, the smells there were disgusting. Like, you wake up in the air, bro, like, it's just nasty. Like, why does it stink like this? That was very annoying. The many bugs, and I know, y'all, this is everywhere, but I just feel like I seen bugs that I never seen before going to that school. A lot of bees. Like, I just don't like why all these bugs, like, bro. But the vultures was really what got me. They don't tell you these things before you go to this school, but them big old vulture birds was insane. Like, I did not like that. I don't like the communication. Every time you're trying to call on the phone, they either don't answer, they did not know. I did not like that either. Like, why don't you guys know? Why aren't you guys helpful? Why does it seem like y'all are understaffed? I don't like how expensive the school is. I didn't like the fooding on the campus either. Again, everything is such a far drive. But on the school campus, you just have the CAF. You had a place called John, a place called Wellness. Like, it's just not giving a lot of food options. And that was just very much giving, like, I'm paying so much money to eat this food that, like, is not even giving. When I left, they was in the middle of making a Chick-fil-A that they said that was gonna be ready in the fall, but it was not ready. The one place called John, which you're gonna spend a whole bunch of your flex money on, they never even always had the food that you wanted, and plus the line was so long. I think the positives of that school is, again, I applaud the things that they do try to do, because yes, there's only so much you can do being in the area like that. Do like how it's the nation nation's first granting HBCU. I thought that was a really cool fact. I feel like all of the historic facts about the school makes it like cool. Like, wow, I didn't really read up on all of it, but like some of the stuff is like that is cool. I think Stevie Wonder was at this school. Like, yo, like that's cool facts. Like, I love that. I didn't like how it just seemed like there was really nothing to do. The parties were a big thing, which yes, I did go to some of the parties and they weren't the vibes. It was giving very much, we're playing the same music, y'all are doing the same thing. If you're not twerking, if you're not drunk, if you're not high, you're not gonna have a good time. Like, that's what it was giving. And then if you're in your dorm, you're gonna be bored thinking you was doing something outside, but there's nothing to do outside but go to the party, and a party is not the vibes. I definitely like the environment of being around my people, but at the same time, I think Black people, we are our own worst enemies. So first semester, I definitely felt like, why is Black people, we're coming against one another? Like, that's how I felt with like the whole roommate. Like, thinking back to it, it's like we're all beautiful Black girls and we're arguing and fighting. It made me appreciate my Blackness. Like, I will say, like, it made me appreciate my Blackness, because us Black people, we really are something. Like, we're actually funny, we're trendsetters, like we have so much going on for ourselves, but like we also, why are we against one another as well? Like, sometimes, like, I do love how people would come up with their own club. That was something that stuck out to me. But also, I feel like most of the clubs on the campus wasn't things I was personally interested in, but I applaud y'all for doing what y'all do. Well, I like the library. I didn't spend a lot of time in there, but like that was a vibe. The school definitely had a pretty campus. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the campus was pretty, like the little trees and all that. Like, I really did like that. I liked some of my classes as well, at least from the mass communication department. Basically all Black professors. Like, that is really what I did like. That's what I'm gonna miss, because I remembered faces, y'all, and it was very much giving bittersweet, because there were people I just said hi to, and like, again, I probably will never see those people again, and that's like a crazy sad feeling that I wish that I would have got to connect more with those people. Yeah, there's a lot of things I wish that I would have done and could have done. You're not going to a classroom and feeling like you know, people are staring at you because we're all Black. So that was definitely nice. And like, again, I recommend, if you do go to an HBCU, look it up. It was just giving, the bad was outweighing a little bit of good there. To end on a positive note, you shouldn't force yourself to do anything that isn't good for your mental health, period. Your mental health is very much important. There's so much to life than being somewhere that's not making you happy, that you're not getting that full experience. You are going to be okay. For anyone that is experiencing this now, I'm really just telling you, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. A lot that the school taught me being here was I had to grow into the person that I am today, and God is still growing me. But it made me realize that I am not going to feel bad for my feelings, period. And you shouldn't let no one make you feel bad either. I just feel like you should be at a school that you actually enjoy, or there's something about it that you enjoy that will make you want to stay. Do it for you, because some people, we don't have a full ride. You know, some people are just really paying out of pocket. Like, it's different for everybody. Don't be afraid to take and get the help. It is okay to go to therapy. It is okay to even not feel okay, because at the end of the day, we're just human beings, y'all. We're all still trying to figure it out. Take care of yourself. Like, actually take care of yourself, because that's so important. Get to know Jesus, because he knows you better than anyone else, and he can show you who you are and build you up into the person he called you to be, period. Well, I just hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really not good at story time, because I'm really bad at like telling the story. I hope you guys took something away. I love you guys, but I just love you so much more. And just stay tuned, because y'all, I'm back home, so you already know the content, all that God's gonna do with the faith videos, all of that. It's only going up from here. I'm okay. I'm a lot better being at home, and I'm grateful for my decision. I'm just excited to where God is going to take me and how it's just gonna be being at home. I finna just get the life together, get the money up. I will be going to school in the spring semester at IUP, so I'm excited about that because it's close to home. My sister's there. So yeah, this is not how I thought things were going to turn out to be, but here we are. And it's actually just crazy how life is. You just never know what's going to happen. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, friends.
wanna be next to you. I wanna be next. So I hop off the boat, now I'm walking on water. I just wanna be with my father, yeah. Wanna be with you, wanna be with you.